Hey everyone, and welcome to the 34th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I'm your host, Luke Roxold, and today I am here with John.
Hello.
Michael.
Aloha.
And Shayne.
Happy Black History Month.
Woo. Yay! And as always, you can check us out on SoundCloud and iTunes. Put up new episodes every single week. We have not missed a week yet, so we're doing well. You can also tweet at us at... Oh, I didn't have this open. I have to read it, you guys. I can't. I gotta get our Twitter down.
WIWA.
WAI.
Wait, we're all in the same boat. Okay, so it's WAITSB podcast.
Yes.
Boom. That's
Go
what
there.
it is. Tweet us.
Call us, tweet us if you want to reach us.
Yes. Now I'm off rhythm.
Well,
What do I say after that?
that's usually it. And then you talk about YouTube.
Oh, leave us a review.
Smash that like button.
Oh, you have
Smash
no
that like button.
you have no excuse not to listen to us.
Subscribe and hit the
besides the
bell.
Yeah, you have no excuse not to listen to us if you're our friend and support us. And you're listening.
Unless you don't support us.
That's what.
In that
Unless
case, you're
you
a
don't
terrible
support us, in which
person.
case...
And it's 2018. It's the year of support.
That's right. Which, yes. Hey, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nobody answers.
I love how Shayne's like reason for everything is like it's 2018, guys. Come on. Like
I feel like...
Well, that was my reason last year. It's 2017.
it's life. It's happening. Do things.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe we should try and come up with a way to use that phrase all year, like every year, all the time, but not with the year. So it'd be like, hey, we're all breathing. That means you should do this thing.
Come on, guys. It's 1993. It's fine.
Or no,
this
hey,
is
everyone, it was 1993 once. You should do this.
Dude,
Hey guys, we all lived in 2007. Okay.
Oh, you know what you
Calm
could say?
down.
do anything.
Yeah, you could say, like, the negative side of it, be like, it's not even so-and-so year anymore. We got to do this, you know?
not even
Because you can use that
2007
forever.
Wow, you could do that.
It's not even
It's
Bald
not
Britney
even-
Spears anymore.
It's not
She
even
has hair now.
2017.
2017.
Not even involved.
Yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, like 2 years ago, I realized why they say party like it's 1999.
Why?
Yeah, the turn of the.
Yeah, they thought Y2K was the end of the world, so they were like, "Let's party," and they was like, so basically, it's like party like it's the end of the world. But
It's not because it's a Prince song.
I thought they just happened to party real
that's-
hard in the in
that's
1999.
why. Prince is not.
I think Prince started the computer revolution.
We were talking
Started the
about
what?
like computers and how it's like affected things in the world because basically one of my coworkers is leaving, so like he's finishing up with this job, and we had like this outing. We went to like a bar and stuff and hung out, but we were talking about my generation because they're all like maybe 10 years older than me or so.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about surprise millennials and like the way we are and why we're that way. And you know, some of the stuff we were talking about was like being able to refresh things consistently, move on to something new as soon as something gets old. It's like instead of going up and talking to a girl, I just swipe one direction and then I can talk to her, and I don't even have to say goodbye if I don't like her. I can just not answer her, you know, like if you're using some sort of
Ghost
dating app.
them.
Go-
Do that in real life too.
Just walk away.
You
I guess
can.
technically, if you put your mind to it, you can
2018.
just walk up to someone,
Ghost her
just
in
give them
real
a
life.
thumbs up, like
and just leave.
right.
That's where we're at
And then
now.
no,
Imagine
it's like you
20 years from
you
now.
walk.
You can do
You just
whatever
walk
you
up-
want.
You would
It's
walk up to
2018.
him. It's not even 2017. We can do
Not
anything.
2017.
You walk up to him and give him a thumbs up, and then she says something you don't like, so then you just walk away.
But hey, it happens.
That's like the real life version of what happens on Tinder. Be like, hey, I like the way you look. Then they say something. I don't like the way you talk. It's true. You know, it's a whole new, ball game.
I don't like the way you look.
It's
I
true.
guarantee.
I don't like that it's like that, but it is. You know, it's kind of shallow.
I don't like that you only
Shallow, but
face
it's
me
kind
in
of
one
important.
direction. I have to see every angle.
Well, that's.
I mean-
that is something interesting with those apps. Is it's like people taking pictures with them with like 4 people, so you don't know.
So you
Which one
don't
that
know
is?
who you're
Okay, so here's the
talking
question.
to. I
If you
flat out
see-
ignore those people.
If you see a person, I never done one of these things, but if you see a person on there and they're like, say it's like a pretty good looking girl with another pretty good looking girl, does it make her more attractive that she has attractive friends, or is it less attractive, or is it just
No,
confusing?
it doesn't matter to me. I want to know who I'm talking to. I don't care
No, I
about
mean,
your friends.
do you mean like are people
I
more
don't care about
attractive
her
when they have
friends.
attractive friends?
Yeah. Like, I mean, because obviously, if you have unattractive
No.
friends, it might drive somebody away. But if you have
How much more attractive
friends,
is their
Why?
friend?
But why? No. Why does that matter? Who
'Cause
cares
maybe
who
I
their
wanna be
friends
I don't know,
are?
talking to the
I think
friend.
it might.
No,
I
if
like-
the friend's
not
more
for me.
attractive, then it makes her seem more obtainable.
That's true too, I guess.
What?
But I'm like,
I don't give a
she's like-
flying
I feel like-
monkey
She's
less
about
attractive.
somebody's friends.
I have a very like weird mix of friends, and I've realized I need to be careful which friends I introduce girls to first.
Oh.
Because I have friends, they're not all necessarily like super ugly, but they're just like, they're just different kinds of people. You know what I'm saying? But there are friends that are really cool and that are like impressive people, and then there are friends that are definitely not. That definitely make me look good, but they might not be the most like beneficial people for me to start out with. You know?
No, I don't know what you mean because I never even have the thought of introducing my friends to other people. Like I just don't do. I've just.
Same
I
here,
want
Shayne.
those
I
friends
don't
for
have
me.
any friends.
No, I don't.
Trick question.
I don't introduce
don't
my
have any
friends to my
friends.
other friends.
Same
I
here.
guess it's,
That makes me sad. I'll never know Shayne's friends.
yeah.
I mean, no, that's not true. But
Yes, it
what
is.
I mean
you
is,
just said it. You just told me that you're never going to introduce me to any of your friends.
no. What I'm saying is,
I introduced
that
you
I
to my
don't-
best friend.
No. What I'm saying
I've
is,
known her
I
since I
don't
was
introduce
12.
people, and that's fine. I don't introduce people.
Your mom's fine.
I don't introduce people to my friends one on one, and you want to know why? Because one of my high school best friends, I had introduced them kind of to one of my friends at one of my birthday parties, right? And my friend kept saying, "Oh, I want to hang out with both of you," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that."
I
don't
found
like-
you first.
I don't like mingling or intertwining my friendships. I just don't like doing that. So, skip a few years down the line, they start dating. Then I didn't talk to either one of them because now I'm
Oh,
like, well, it's
no.
awkward now. I don't like this.
Wait, why can't you talk to them?
You set them up now.
What?
Why can't you talk to them?
I talk to them now after I've had many conversations.
After
with
you
them.
hated them in your heart for years.
But no, just for me, like I'm about to get too deep. It's too late for this. But no, just because my entire life, not my entire life, but most times I almost feel third wheelish.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of whenever my friends are not even my friends are dating. I hate hanging out in groups of 3. That's my problem. I hate hanging out in groups of 3.
Any odd
Interesting.
number.
Because if 2 people, not even the odd number, because if it was 5 people, that's chill. But 3 is if 2 people are significantly closer together than you are with either one of them, you're automatically the third wheel.
Yeah, that always
and then it's
stinks.
awkward. And I've kind of been that person. I felt that I was that person at least for most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't like my friends coming together, because if they
so
suddenly
funny,
get all
though.
chummy and friends, it's great.
Such a funny
I
way.
lost 2 of my
It's
friends.
a funny way
Screw
of putting
both
it,
of
where
you.
you're like, I don't want my
Stay in your
friends
place.
to be friends.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I know, like,
but if I have like a big thing, I don't mind then. But
no, I
don't ask.
I know
hang
I've
out
been
with
in
my
that
friends.
situation before where it's like I feel like I'm not, like I'm there, but I'm not necessarily a part of the conversation. It doesn't happen to me so much now that I've gotten older and a little better about it, but I know that I've had like 2 of my really good friends, and then I got them to meet each other, and then like when we were doing like team games or something, like we were gonna play video games or something, it was like, oh, okay, so me and so and not Luke will be on a team. And I was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be on, hey, you guys are supposed to be fighting over me because this is about me, not you guys. you know,
also,
as a young kid, you know?
Sometimes also if you're the common friend, then they will make fun of you, but it's because they love you. Like early on in the podcast,
Keep
we
telling
all
yourself
only
that.
knew. Well, no, like early on in the podcast, we
John.
all only knew Luke. So we were all just like always making fun of Luke because
Right.
none of us had the like relationship with anybody
well,
else. To make fun of them.
honestly, I would have made fun of Luke regardless if I knew anyone else.
Yeah, but we made fun of Luke more than like anything else that we ever
No,
talked about.
My
Like, if you listen to
entire,
the first,
my entire
listen to the
friendship
first half
with
of our
Luke,
podcast. Maybe you are the same, but like everyone else, I know I like gave Luke a lot of crap for like random stuff. Like I only talked to Luke like 3 times before that too, and I was like, well, he's the only one I know, so I'm just gonna like.
And it's like,
make
I
fun of
can't
him, I
roast
guess.
anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta
anybody
roast
else.
him.
But anyway,
Yeah,
so
I-
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I feel like there is sort of a, I don't know what the psychology is behind it, but I know that like when you know somebody, people can have more of a tendency to
Oh.
tease or make fun of that person and kind of like,
Yeah.
go that route for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why.
I think it's usually for affection. You know, especially
Aw,
with guys. Like
thanks,
it's common to
guys.
make fun of. You make fun of each other.
That's
Like
so nice of you.
that's how you hang out. But
Well, yeah,
sometimes it goes
it's-
a little too far. There's a really fine line between like being a dick and being a bestie.
well, the way I like to put it is like my best friend. He is the probably like almost everyone's best friend. Is like the quickest person to like insult me or to I don't want to say bring me down, but bring me down. But I say
like
I
bring
say
you down
in terms of like
to earth.
yeah, it's a keep you kind of grounded and humble thing. That's what I told him. I said, if anything in life, you will keep me humble because it's just every like
humble.
little
It's like
simple
the
nitpicky
if
thing.
anything, the way you talk to me will make me never proud of
Well,
myself.
no, it's true because I've had a lot of people. I've had a lot of people just because I went to a performing arts school. People like to
actors.
suck up to and people like to suck up to people that are good or have connections or whatever. And I was one of those people, and so I would get a lot of praise from people, and not saying I became big headed because of that, but it's just and. This makes me sound like I was a celebrity, but I just I don't know who actually.
I was so popular.
No, I
don't
just
know
mean
what
like
to
I
say,
don't know.
guys.
I don't know if you actually like me because you're my friend, or you just like me because you think I can get you something.
Right.
I just I felt that way for a while. So he just just great. You're the only person who doesn't like fill my head up with.
Well, I know that like me and one of my best friends, we talk about how there are certain people out there that when they hang out together and they kind of compliment each other all the time, regardless of whether or not they're doing stupid things. And like me and him, if I saw my friend doing something dumb, I'd be like, "Dude, you're being a moron. Knock it off," Because like we just like we know each other enough to say like, "Okay, look, how I like we're friends. We're gonna stay friends." It's not
Yeah.
like I'm like, "You're a moron.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be your friend anymore." But it's like, dude, that's stupid. You're doing something really stupid. And then it's
for your
usually
own
like
good.
And it's funny because our response to each other is usually like, "Yeah, I know."
Dude, so-
I just need someone to say it to
Yeah.
me.
My friend was staying
Yeah,
at my house for a couple of days because he had some problems with his apartment. Like the pipes bursted when it snowed over here, and like he just got off work and he smelled so bad. Like my roommates were like texting me complaining about it while I wasn't there.
Where does he work?
He works for a restaurant, so like he's like covered in
Oh,
seasonings and bo.
Oh yeah.
But like
Smells like
it didn't smell like good. You know?
oil.
It wasn't like food. It was like like
It didn't
armpit.
smell good.
And like there's
Yeah,
meat
it was
somewhere. And
he
I was like, hey man,
sweating.
like he crashed at my house for a couple of days. And I was like, hey man, like you can use feel free to use a shower or anything you need. Like feel free, like be at home. He's like, "All right,
Michael's
cool."
so nice.
And
I
he just
already
sat there.
know.
No,
I
no,
already know
Michael's
where this
so
is
nice.
going.
He's like, feel free. I would have been like, you need to shower.
Well, there's levels. So then like he's like, all right, cool. And he just kept chilling and like was playing with his phone. I was like, yeah, like you can go now if you want. There's no one in there. And then so
now.
he goes, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll go. And I was like, here's a towel and stuff. You can use any soap or whatever you find in there. He's like, all right, cool.
You're like, use a lot of soap.
Yeah, use all the
There's
soap.
plenty of soap.
Well, he goes in there
have
for literally like I
tons.
hear the water running for like 10 seconds. Then he comes out and he's basically dry. I was like, did you take
What?
a shower? I was like, did you shower? He's like, yeah. I was like, are you sure?
sure?
Did you use soap? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And he still smelled, and he wasn't wearing wearing barely any clothes, so it wasn't like on his clothes. And then like he sat down, chilled for a little bit longer, and I was like, hey man, I want to tell you this because I love you and I want you to have a good life. I want you to have a good life. You smell really bad. You need to take a shower. He's like, but I did. It was like, take a longer one. It's like, well, it's probably just like all the smells from work. I was like, yeah, it stinks. All the smells from work.
No, you're like, it is. Clean it off.
I had to like convince him.
Everyone currently hates you.
He was
Take a
like,
bath.
no wait, like, are you serious? He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm serious. I wouldn't tell you that you stink just for no reason. And I was like, go in there. He like, I was like, nah. I was like, dude, if you don't take a shower, you can't sleep here anymore. Like, you have to go.
Oh man. Oh man.
It was
Ultimatum.
hilarious.
That is
It
funny.
smelled really bad.
Did
It's
he
like,
take
dude,
a
are you
shower?
serious?
He did.
Get in the shower.
Like, my other roommate, who is, he rivals him on like cleanliness already, was also upset. He was like, this guy smells so bad, and he's the smelly one. So I was like, this is really bad.
And you know that's the problem with the smelly person that someone.
Yeah. So, all right. So, but bringing it back to what I said before. So, does it make someone more attractive if they have attractive friends, or like cooler?
Oh, I stand on the side of it doesn't matter to me because I don't plan on having any relations with your friends.
I don't want to know your
necessarily.
friends.
No, but like if you're like,
No,
if
I
you're
just want to
interested
know
in,
you.
if you're interested in a girl
Well, no.
and she like has attractive friends or unattractive friends, obviously you can't like decide.
Yes,
now.
no, I
But
know.
if you
Yeah,
thought
no,
about
what
if you were
I'm-
in that
what I'm
situation,
saying-
do you think it would make them seem
I
more
do
attractive?
have
Okay.
an answer for this, but go ahead.
Okay,
Shane.
well, no, okay. So what I'm saying is if I see a girl that I find attractive and she is surrounded by attractive friends, I don't care. If she was surrounded by ugly friends, I wouldn't care. If I find this particular girl attractive, that's all I'm focused on. Now, if she has attractive friends, great. That's great to have attractive friends. I also have attractive friends, so we won't have
Hey,
a
shout out
mingling
to
of
the
ugly
podcast,
people.
right?
Ugly people together. You know what I mean? So at least if this works out, our wedding will have attractive people at our wedding.
Just a big
that is a
party
good
of
thing.
beautiful people.
So that is a good thing. But on a smaller in the moment scale, not really. I don't care.
All right, Luke, what were you gonna say?
So it kind of depends on the different sexes within the group. So for example, if there's a super attractive girl who has super attractive friends, like girls,
I only
I
assume girlfriend.
would not. Now, overall, I really wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter to me.
I think it's subconscious.
But I do think that like I would have like little red flags of being like, I don't know. Like sometimes when you got people that get attractive, they get egos, and then if they are with a bunch of people with egos, they kind of feed each other's egos or they feed each other's insecurities. And so that can happen. It definitely depends on the person. You know, like I would never just like decide, okay, you better
Everyone
get some
deserves
ugly
the
friends
chance.
real quick, girl, or we're done.
Also, like if she
but
has
on the other
attractive
side-
friends, then like you can never date her friends after if you don't work out. If it doesn't work out with her, like it's not like you're like
Why
introduced
is
to this
that-
whole
wait,
world of girls
Look,
you can date.
girl,
Wait, why
you
is
need
that
to,
even
no,
a
no,
thought?
No,
Why
it's
is
funny
that
because
even
it's
a
like
It's just a thought.
You explained to her, or you're like, look, you need to ditch these attractive friends because if we break up, I want to go date them,
I would never.
and if they're around now,
I would never want to date one of my ex's friends because that you're just asking
that's just
for drama. You're
exactly.
just
That's
asking
what,
for
that's
I
what I'm
think-
saying. Like if they weren't her friends, you could date them. But like when
I
you date
don't- see,
an
I-
attractive girl, it doesn't open up a world of potential women to you. It actually closes off a whole crowd of women.
you're like,
that
those are
you
5 attractive
couldn't-
women I can't date
Yeah,
now.
I mean you couldn't date them. You couldn't date them before. It's not like they were an option anyway.
Right. Well,
But-
so what I was going to say though is on the other
Just
side of
double
it, though,
can't date them.
What?
if you
Okay.
have if there's a girl with a bunch of okay, well, I don't know, it's hard to answer. I feel like when I see a guy and there's a bunch of not necessarily like attractive girls but like fun girls that like him, it makes me be like, wait a
Wait,
second, why is
What does
he
that mean?
why do they, well, okay, I'm not talking
What
about
is a-
dating in this case,
what is a
but
fun
I mean, like,
girl? No, what is?
a fun girl.
I think the girl's
No,
like
I mean-
dancing around and like
No, I mean like a girl
Eating
who
candy.
seems like she'd be fun to hang out with. Like be like, oh, she seems really cool. Like she seems like a cool person.
But
It's
she's not
like,
attractive.
So if I saw a guy
she's attractive.
who
and
had
fun.
no, I'm trying to say like if you see a guy with a bunch of drop dead gorgeous girls that have an attitude, and be like, all right, I feel like he probably, if that's the type of girl he like likes to hang out with, I don't know how cool he's gonna be, you know. But if it's like, wait, he has a lot of friends that are girls and they all are really cool. I feel like he's probably pretty cool. You know, like you kind of have this like, he attracts cool people. I want to attract cool people. I want to go hang out with this guy, you know, or something. I don't know. It's kind of. I feel like there's things I would think,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I have a definite
Wait.
answer.
I think most of it is subconscious though. Cause oh, John, what do you think?
Shayne,
Wait, I'm just confused because Luke
What?
talked about because you talking about a guy, but that wasn't Michael's question. So I'm just
Hey,
confused.
don't
No, he
judge
said.
Luke.
He said. I thought you were saying if
He can
I'm
do
not
people.
whatever he
judging
wants.
him.
I thought you
I'm
said.
not
I thought you were
judging
saying
him.
if people have attractive friends, does it make them more attractive?
Yeah, that's
I think it
basically what I was
depends
saying.
on whether or not you're a guy or girl.
Oh, I heard Michael only say if
So
a girl has
wait,
attractive
John.
friend. That's why
Whether
I
or
answered
not
the
you're
question
a
that
guy or a
way.
girl, they're a guy and a girl.
Whether both, like whether or not if it's a girl
Because-
viewing a picture of you with attractive female or male friends.
I feel like that does happen. Like if you are a guy and you have more friends that are girls, I think girls think you're more attractive.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, girls only think I'm attractive if another girl thinks I'm attractive. Like on my own, like normally,
Okay.
like I'm not talking to girls that often. But if I talk to a specific girl, like random women just notice me. They don't even know.
It's true.
They just have this
So-
magic.
That's why it's good just to be friends with girls.
since
For
Since I
for other
missed-
reasons too, obviously. But, you know, like
since I misheard the question.
No, Shayne, that was basically my
No,
question.
no, no,
but
no,
Luke was
because
just broadening it.
Okay, well, I want to just go off of the broadening thing because when I see a guy who like is a good-looking guy, it's not, or in terms of whatever, I instantly assume that you are a douche, and I don't know why. I just assume
So you are a
you're
douche?
Huh?
So you instantly
Yes.
assume that they are a douche?
Yes.
I usually assume
I
I
don't-
assume most guys are douches. Probably.
Me, I do as well.
I
No, I don't assume.
No.
Is that because it's
I
you see
I
it
don't
as
assume
competition,
ugly. I
or-
don't assume ugly people
don't-
are douches.
it's
so.
like, oh, I have to fight this guy now.
I don't really. Nah, I'm
What a
actually
douche.
pretty like optimistic about people, but I think if I'm interested in a
No,
girl,
I think
and
it's-
there's another
I
guy
think
that's
it's-
like pretty good looking around, I don't like him because he's competition.
Yeah, to answer your question, John, I don't think it's necessarily. Well, sure, competition.
Yes.
I was gonna phrase it differently, but it's the same thing.
Well, I know that like in general, if I see, it does determine like because so I see it kind of as like a consensus. So if I don't like somebody, and just for whatever reason it might be, but then a bunch of people that I think are cool people like this person, then I start to second guess it. Go like, well, wait a minute, am I missing something here? Or like maybe I got a bad connection with this person at the wrong time because like everyone seems to like them and I don't. Maybe I got something wrong here because I'll start to kind of consider the fact that I'm one person with one opinion and it doesn't match what most other people see, and so it's like, okay, am I seeing something incorrectly now? You know, so I will ask that question.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I think also like it just makes you like it kind of makes you seem cooler, which sounds kind of weird. But like if I was to describe my friends, like yeah, my friend Luke, he's like he works on computers and stuff. That's not that exciting. But it's like yeah, my friend Luke, he does like vlogs and he's like got a lot of like hundreds of thousands of combined views on YouTube.
He does CrossFit.
Then it's like, whoa, that guy's awesome. And then like that makes me seem more cool. Like I have a friend who like he's like signed to Atlantic Records.
It's like
I just got a
hijacking
great
their success.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean
using
like
his
it is
own
cooler.
skills.
Like I have a friend who's signed to Atlantic Records. That's cooler than me saying like, yeah, he like just like plays video games all day and then plays at bars, but he's also a legit musician. So I say the legit thing because it makes me sound cooler because I know him. Right?
It's true. It's true. I mean, at least you know.
I
It's
feel
good
like
to at
that's
least admit
almost
it.
like exploiting your friends.
Kind of. But it's also like
Well, you could. You
it's
could.
also
You could,
giving like
well,
a
you could
good
switch it
picture of who
around
you
though
are.
because it's like you're trying to engage in a conversation with this other person, and so bringing up topics that are interesting to hear. For example, I have a friend who does this really cool thing. The other person's going to be like, "Whoa, that is an interesting thing. That is cool to hear. Let's keep talking." You know, so it's like it's not like, "Ha, I got you interested in something, so I'm all selfish."
It also
Because,
like
you're
I just
gives
wanna
a
contributing to the
glimpse into the
conversation.
caliber that you are. Like if you're like an artist and you know like successful artists, that's like, oh yeah, they're probably a successful artist also. But if I'm an artist and I don't know anybody who's that good, or all my friends are also not very good or not doing anything, then
Right.
it makes me seem less legit. Yes.
What were you going to say, Shayne?
I was gonna say 90% of the time when I talk about like one of my other friends, the conversation goes nowhere when I talk about them. Like my friend does this thing. No one ever cares.
You're like, hey, I have.
Sounds
other
like you need
friends."
some more interesting
They just say,
friends.
Talk about us.
well, no, I don't know. I don't,
Yeah.
Friend,
I don't
John's
do
podcast.
I don't know.
You're
I don't-
attractive
why.
friends on a podcast. What?
I don't know.
How
I don't,
perfect this is.
I don't hype up. I don't glam up my friends like Michael does. I don't say.
I'm just
I
proud
just-
of you guys. I was walking
I
around.
am
I'm
too,
like,
but I just,
you know my friend Shayne?
I just
He's
say
cool.
what they
He has tall
honestly
hair.
do.
Has his own podcast. Has his
he has
own
his own
vlog.
podcast. His own vlog. All by himself. So the consensus is
my friends
attractive
are fake
people do
rich.
make other people more attractive? Or is it less attractive? Like
I
by
think
comparison?
having
Depends.
more friends or attractive friends
Yeah, it depends on
tells
what
me,
terms of
it makes me
attractive.
think things about you. Like it makes me start to try and it helps me formulate an opinion.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's always your friends do tell a lot about you. I think
That's true too.
that's more about it. I think than
I'm screwed.
Yeah,
I don't
there you
like,
go.
but see, I don't like a group of attractive people. That also bothers me
Why?
because I
You must
because I
hate the
think
podcast
like,
then.
it's because I.
you can just sit there and look at them.
Well, we
even
can't
if they're
see us.
boring.
Because
But that's what bothers me.
hard.
I think why are you all so attractive, and why are you all friends?
What? It's not like they. Oh, yeah, I made this happen.
I
Like
guess
I'm
you kind
living
of
in
choose
the
your
Mean
friends,
Girls
but like
movie.
at the same time, I don't understand, Shayne.
That's
Like,
just how my brain works.
They're
I
just
can't
friends.
really explain
Like
it.
you just become friends with people. You kind of don't really choose your friends. They kind of just become in your life.
See, I don't believe that because
just
I
like-
choose I have chosen a majority of my friends.
Yeah, a majority
I have
of them.
actually chosen. I
There are
have
several
chosen.
friends you do not want, but you have them.
No, all the friends that I don't want, I don't speak to.
Like think about it. Like even like the reason why I'm on this podcast, I talked to Luke like one time at a wedding. And we became friends. Like we were just like, yeah, I know that guy. He's cool. We'd comment on each other's stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like he's like, hey, who wants to be on a podcast? And I was like, me. And he was like,
But
sweet,
see,
Mike could be good.
But you know how me and Luke became friends? I want to hang out with this guy named Luke. Luke, you should do this with us. Luke, you should do this with. I
Yeah,
chose
so for
Luke.
Luke,
He was ordained.
yeah, but Luke was not chosen. That's what I'm saying. You ninja'd your way into Luke's life. Luke didn't
I
choose
didn't
Slowly,
you.
know
I'm
it.
learning Shane's a psychopath.
He
No,
hates
it's
what's so
attractive
I
people.
funny?
love, I
You
love
know
that you
what's so
said he
funny about that,
ninja'd his
John?
way
Yeah.
into.
He just snuck
Wait,
in there
I'm trying to talk to John, please.
and took you.
You know what's
Oh,
so funny
God.
about that? Is
Just
that
ignore him.
one of my high school best friends has many times said I was a sociopath, and I mean whatever.
And I don't care.
Not that I don't care.
He's like, he's like, I am indifferent because I'm a sociopath.
It's not that I don't
I
care.
don't have feelings, John, so you can't hurt them.
I definitely felt where he was coming from, and I definitely agreed with a lot of his points. But
I
don't
don't
know.
think you're a sociopath if that means
I don't
anything.
think so.
I think
If it
I think
means that you won't kill me, I
care
don't
too
think
much-
you're a
I care too much
sociopath.
about people.
No, you're nice. You're fine. Yeah. No, like I don't
I'm
remember
saying-
choosing any of my best friends or like really like actively hanging out with them. All of them kind of just like they just I met them and then they were just in my life forever.
There was actually something.
I think for me,
Well, I was going to say, like, to branch off of what you're saying about choosing your friends, I think that I read this somewhere, so I can't take credit for it really, but like there was something I read that said like the 3 criteria of making a friend, and well, so okay, so there's 3 things, and if you are meeting all 3 of the criteria, you're probably going to be friends. There are cases where that's not the case, like you might just be meeting 2 of them, but this is the general rule. So it's this is a law. So it's like frequent unplanned interactions with each other. So maybe you live together, or you work together, you go to school together, whatever, but you just are seeing each other on a regular occasion without having to make a plan. Physical proximity, so you're not far away from each other. Okay, so like you don't have to drive an hour to get to them or more. And the last one is you're in a situation consistently that forces you to let your guard down. So for example, school or a job, you guys aren't focusing on having a conversation with each other. You're focusing on working. And so your guard is up for work. Your guard is not up while having a conversation with them. So you bring your guard down in the conversation and put your guard up somewhere else. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so those 3 things, if you don't meet those 3 criteria, it's like, well, this person seems cool and we have a lot of the same hobbies, but I never see them unless I make a plan to go see them, which makes it more difficult to establish that kind of connection. Anyway, I thought
Totally
that's
true.
interesting.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, that's always cool. Like that shows like who. I guess like when you have friends like after high school or after you stop working at a certain place, that's when you know who your real friends are. Because one of my best friends, like we
The
met
day
at
ones.
we met at homeschool group,
Homies.
and then like we kind of kept hanging out, and we kept getting involved in like tons of things together. Like he and I, basically all of our jobs we do with each other. We have a painting company. We play music together. And like so like everything that we do is kind of entwined. So even like when we make personal like life decisions, we talk to the other bone about it first because it affects them that much. Like the other day he was like, I think about becoming a personal trainer, Mike. Like let's think about this. And so we had to like talk about our lives. But like
He'd be like, Michael, I think I'm gonna get married.
We have to talk about
that's
it.
that's what happened. He was like, dude, he's like, I'm gonna ask her to marry me. I was like, dude, we don't have time for that. Like we don't have time.
We don't have time.
We have a lot going on this year. Like I had brought out my calendar and stuff.
Maybe next year.
But he and I, like, you know, we never like, even when we don't see each other for like months, we're still like best bros. It's just you kind of get people in your life that are just there.
Yeah, I think so. And I know that there's been a lot of situations in the past where I was like, I should be friends with this person. And then I step back and kind of look at it, and generally one of those three things are not present.
Mm-hmm.
So like for us, like one of the reasons that we're all becoming friends is because we have this activity that we do once a week, regardless of anything. So we have this consistent force to communicate and talk kind of situation.
Yep.
And it's a little weird because it's a podcast, so it's social. But we keep seeing each other and we keep talking to each other. And we all kind of have we all know each other together. So our guard is not fully up and we're focusing on making a product. So and because we're like kind of talking in a sort of room, it's like we're not far apart from each other.
Yeah.
So
We're artificially in proximity. But there's one friend I had that met all the criteria, but we never really became great friends. We acknowledged it too. It was weird. Like we were both into skateboarding, both into guitar. We both went to the same homeschool group, and we ended up working in the same place. Went to the same college, and we lived in the same neighborhood the whole time.
what was his name?
His name was Aaron.
Yeah.
We
Sometimes
never really became like super close friends though.
just don't
It was
click.
weird. Like someone was like,
He really
"Oh,
hated your guts.
probably." Someone was
sometimes
like, "Oh, you
personalities
guys been friends for like
just
7 years. You're
don't
probably best friends." We were like, "No, not really."
No.
We both knew it. Like it wasn't like awkward to say it. We were just
Maybe
like,
he
"No,
saw that you had like
We know
attractive
each other.
friends, and he was like,
Maybe.
all right, I'm not going to choose you.
I can't compete with all those."
You look better than me. You're not my friend.
I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you have any theories as to why it didn't turn into more of a friendship?
I guess I don't know. Some people just make me more awkward, and he was one of those people.
Brought out a bad side of you.
I guess some people like. I remember when I was growing up, preppy kids. I always acted really weird by accident around preppy kids. And I wasn't even especially trying to be friends with preppy kids, and he was kind of preppy, I guess. But I don't know. Some people I just don't like mesh very well with, not because of them.
Yeah,
It's usually
I think
because
that's
I
true.
act weirder in that situation or something.
Well, it is odd that I feel like there's a lot of friendships that I had. So actually, Shayne, I'm not going to say the name of this person, but you actually know them. And it was like the reason I was never quite that close to them is I actually didn't like the type of person I was around them. Like I'd say something and be like, why do I keep saying that? That's not funny. Like, and I didn't think I was funny. I didn't feel likable, when I was with this person. And they just brought out like a side of me that I didn't like. Not necessarily in a horrible bad way, but it's like, I don't feel funny around this person. I feel awkward and weird.
Yeah, kind of like that, basically. Super weird, because it's generally like they don't even always have the same like traits. Like it's not like one person's like really gross and vulgar all the time, and you get vulgar around them. Just some people you just like think weird. Weird.
You're like out of sync with them. I have people like that I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like
Like a sociopath.
like a sociopath. Maybe
Yes.
maybe people I can't connect with. Maybe they're sociopaths. That's why we can't connect.
It's their fault.
I'm normal.
That's exactly what a
What
sociopath would say.
What
Really
is
a
normal?
sociopath.
That actually is what a sociopath
Looks in the mirror. I am normal.
Well, see, the funny thing about that, I remember when I was younger, like I always thought I was kind of a goofy, weird person, but then I started working like in the public, and I was like, I'm not weird. They're weird. Like,
Then I started working in the public.
dude, people are strange, man, and their values are so weird. Like, and I worked at like Cookout or like Busch Gardens, like there were people who just had no like drive to do anything. Like this one guy was like, yeah, like
that's true.
man, I'm excited for this weekend. I was like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm just gonna drink and sleep.
Hey.
And I was like, that's really depressing. I said that to him. I was like, sounds really depressing. He's like, yeah, I'm depressed.
Turn up. Oh my gosh.
he's like he walks away like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so weird, man. Like, I think I am the most normal person. I'm how everyone should
people who have no like
I'm the
passion
standard.
bother me.
I'm
Say what,
version
Shayne?
1. I'm the first correct.
Oh no, I was
version.
just saying people who like the guy you were just talking about. People who have like no passion like bother me so much.
Yeah, me too. It's like, what do you do with your life? Like,
I
was
just-
at a youth retreat. And I was talking to these kids. I was like, so what do you guys do for fun? They're like, I don't know, just kind of play on my phone and sleep. They literally said that.
I always think I don't understand how. What do you if you don't? What do you do?
Well,
They
even
sleep.
but they play on their
Yes,
phone and
but-
sleep, Shayne. But
I
I mean, like,
understand
it's
that.
weird
I
because I
understand that, but-
feel like when because I do that sometimes, where I
Yeah,
spend
we
the whole
all do.
weekend looking at YouTube or
Yeah.
playing on my
The whole
phone.
weekend, the whole
I've done
month.
that.
But it like it really bothers me after a while when I'm not doing anything. You know,
Yeah.
like when I get kind of bored and I'm like, well, like when I didn't have a job and I was like job hunting, I felt like I would just waste the day, and I'm happy that bothers me to a certain extent because I think some people it doesn't really bother them to
Yeah.
not socialize or not work or not do anything. They could just sit around all day and they're just fine with it. And you know, I don't know what you do with that.
Change people and their values. So weird.
Yeah.
I thought you said change people. What do you do with that? Change them.
Just change them.
Well, yeah,
change their
just-
values.
Change them. Just like, hey, you. Change those values.
Oh, dang it.
All right,
I forgot.
I'll do it.
You convinced me. What was I going to say
Whatever.
next? It's something like the
That,
opposite.
now that is a sociopath thing to say. If you're not going to change your values, I'll change them for you. Like I will force you to be motivated. How? I'm going to kidnap your dog.
Speaking
You
of,
raised $2 million. You can keep the money. Just get it,
Speaking of
and then I'll give you the
sociopath.
stock.
Speaking of, I just remembered something. Not dealing with sociopaths. So not the sociopath kid, but so update people on Philip. So after last time
Philip.
he was having all his meltdowns and stuff, and I had to write him up. So the last 2 days, Philip has not had a single meltdown, and I have not seen that kid smile and laugh more than I have because I've met him.
What?
And I had to go to
Woo!
his old preschool teacher. No, the other kid is, but not him.
He just cracked.
And I was like, I'm so excited. I was like, yes. He's like, not crying. I like this Philip. I told him that. I said, I like this Philip. Please don't bring back old Philip. He's annoying. In other words, I can't say to children. Yeah, that's Philip.
Please
Go
do not
Philip.
bring back old Philip. He is ugly and irritating.
Old
Yes,
Philip
I'm-
sucks.
Keep them bottled in.
Basically.
It's like you take those feelings and you push them down. Just push him
deep
down.
Till you just crack in high school.
There's I'm looking it up. I looked up the word sociopath just to look it up. A person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and lack of conscious. And there is a classic Philip. There is 200,000 cases a year
Oh,
in
man.
the U.S.
Jesus Christ.
A
That's a
year?
lot of people.
That's like 200,000 people are diagnosed with that.
second.
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh, no,
I
no,
am
no,
gonna
never
say. I'm gonna
I was
admit something.
Totally off for 1 second. What?
Oh. Who, me?
Yeah, what were you gonna admit?
Oh, so I will admit something. Because whatever. But can you just read the definition? So when my friend would, say I was a sociopath, I do see myself having like tendencies because I at least for at least a good string of time I don't know. I don't want to say I was like actively doing, but I definitely was very, very capable. And when situations would happen, when I could do things very, I guess I'll say unconsciously.
Logistically?
No,
Oh.
just with like unconsciously, like just doing it or whatever, and without any regards to how the other people would feel or. Like like the other kid I talk about, like, why do they care? I don't care how they feel. Like, what's feelings? So I know I have that part of me. So I know where he was coming from, but I didn't think
Yeah.
it was enough to.
It's a
to demean me
stretch
to
because I
a
feel like
social-
you just because someone is a little bit less in tune with like making sure that everyone is happy and feeling good doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have feelings and they just have a different level in terms of the spectrum of what they kind of consider to be a serious feeling. If that makes
Or
sense.
they still know how everyone feels, and they're just jerks and don't care at all.
No,
They're like, I understand how everyone feels right
dicks.
now, and I don't
Or they
care about any
enjoy
of
it.
it.
Enjoy
Ooh.
it.
It is interesting because I told you guys on the last podcast that I was actually like going through a book that's about psychology and it has a lot of child psychology, and it was talking about raising your kids in a certain way to make you like them, like if you were a parent. And it's really important, and it's interesting because if you like the parent, or sorry, if you like your kid, like if you're an adult and you have a kid and you like them because you raised them a certain way, that means that other adults will probably like them as well. And if you think about one extreme versus the
Facts.
other, if the parents, if other adults don't like your kid, then they're like, oh boy, here comes that spoiled brat. Oh, okay, fake smile. And so the kid is psychologically always, the only time they see adults is when they're faking a smile. So adults seem insincere. The adults deep down are not happy. They're not seeing real happiness, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Versus the other side, if it's like, if the kid is well behaved and adults like the kid, then the kid is getting exposed to happy parents and parents that want to be around the kid and are actually smiling at the kid. And there's not like this vibe of resentment that parents get. So it's just kind of interesting how.
So you're saying that Shayne's parents didn't like him,
Oh,
and that's why he's a
Shayne,
sociopath.
Shayne, were you a bad kid when you were a child?
I mean,
I was just kidding, Shayne. But answer the
I
question.
feel like I was an average child. I feel like I made
Okay,
the average
that
speaks
amount of
volumes,
mistakes.
Shayne.
I mean, I got in trouble quite a bit when I was really young, but I know like
Oh, yeah.
I'd get in
I mean, I
trouble
feel
in
like-
public, and then oh man, would I get in trouble when I got home?
I'm just saying, I don't feel like I got in any worse trouble than the average child. So, but my mom did tell me I was adopted in Chuck E. Cheese when I was, I think, 7 or something. Like, she said it with the.
Were you acting up? She was like, "Whatever, you're adopted."
No, I just came back from playing in the little playpen thing, which isn't there anymore, which makes me upset. But yeah, and then I was all excited, sat at the table, like was just getting like the pizza, and then she's with a straight face. This was my birthday too, by the way. It was a birthday party and everything. It says that I was adopted. I start bawling my eyes out, crying. Like my whole life's a lie. And then she was like, "Oh, just kidding. Oh, you don't joke about someone being adopted on their birthday. Like, what the heck?"
She was like, "Oh, this reminds me. I wasn't there for your first one because you're adopted."
Wow.
That's hilarious.
That's kind of
So-
funny though, because it's like she couldn't take the fact that you were having so much fun,
She had to knock you down.
so she had to like,
Yeah, right?
she had to pull you down a little bit. Like
Or she just
this is-
has a
that's
really bad sense of humor.
Or she's a sociopath.
Yeah, I feel like that's the story, but I do feel like that's the story of my life with like my relationship with my mom. Like I'll tell her something super exciting that I'm like all excited about and happy for and proud of, and then she'll either question it or bring up the negative aspect of it. I'm
She's
like,
like,
why?
"Why are you
Why
happy?"
can't you just like? Why can't you just be like, "That's good, awesome, great," and leave it at that?
I remember when I first like started playing guitar. I started playing for church a lot, and I got really good really fast because I was homeschooled, so I just practiced all day every day. And like
Because I was homeschooled.
seriously,
Those
it's the key.
homeschooled musicians.
But like people would start complimenting me and stuff like, "Oh, you sounded really good. Like you've like improved so much." And my dad would be like, "Yep, it's all because of God. God blessed him. God did it." And I'd be like, I helped. I worked really hard.
Yeah, it's like, part of this is my talent.
I was there. I practiced.
Like I couldn't say that God didn't bless me with musical talent or whatever, but like every single time anyone would compliment me, like say so like, "Oh, specific, like you did this there. Like how'd you think of that?" And God's like, "God." My dad's just like, "God." He can't do it on his own.
Not Michael. Michael, no, he didn't even try.
Just Jesus.
He had no part of this. He was just
Like
My son, he's lazy. This was all God's work.
John, were you a well-behaved child as a kid?
Mhm. Parents
Completely?
loved me.
Do they still love you?
I had two
Oh, he
older
does.
sisters,
love you.
right? And they're 6 and 7 years older than me, and they were bad. And so I learned to be. Like when I did get in trouble, and it's like, "All right, get over here. It's time for your spanking." I'd come over and just drop my pants and be like, "Let's do it. Let's get it done."
John's like, that's right. You're right.
Deserve it.
Parents.
I was the total opposite. When I knew I was gonna get spanked, I would run to my room and put on as many pairs of sweatpants as I possibly could for extra padding.
I remember.
And
do you remember the
go.
day? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Pants. You got tons of pants.
Yes, but I will say, just as I think it's a funny story. The worst spanking I ever got is my mom could not. She couldn't. She told me to, come here because I was in trouble for something. But I was using the bathroom. So I said, "Hold on, I'm using the bathroom." She didn't have the patience. She comes into the bathroom and beats me while I pee. While
Oh my gosh.
I am in the action of peeing.
Well, you were ready. You were set up. You was ready for, It's funny because it's like,
I don't know, but when
Probably
I
about as
tell
long as
you,
Michael
I'm
did that
still
one.
traumatized from the fact that was the first time, my pee would stop and then it would come back out. So this has never happened before. What is going on? What is my life?
I know that at one point, it's like, kids try things. They like test the waters where they'll I know that I came downstairs at midnight when my parents watching a movie, and I was supposed to be in bed asleep hours ago, but I was trying to. Here's the thing, I was a rotten little brat, and I was trying to lie. I was like, I can't sleep, to try and stay up later. That's what I was doing, and oh, did they know? So it was I came down Mom and Dad, I can't sleep. And I remember my dad just being like, well, you better. He turned around and I was like, okay. And ran back upstairs. Because he knew I was lying, that I was just trying to stay up. Kids I'm not hungry. All right, well, I guess I'll have ice cream. Well, I'm hungry for ice cream. Yeah. Nice try.
Nice.
Eat your vegetables.
I was a pretty
That's
good kid. I was just kind of rowdy. I remember getting in trouble with other parents just because I was I grew up in the country for the first few years of my life. So everyone would just wrestle and break stuff. That's kind of what I did for a little bit, and other parents got got annoyed at me.
Wrestle and break stuff.
Yeah, that's what they did.
I remember I used to make parents angry because we would wrestle
Really?
around because I had two brothers, so we were always pushing
Wow.
each other around.
I had no brothers. Whenever I saw another guy, I was like, dude, let's wrestle. Let's go.
It's there
every
can only be
single-
one of us. One of us has to defeat the other.
Every single one of my friends' parents loves me. I've never met a parent that doesn't love
Yeah,
me.
now they love me. And most of the time when I was a kid, they loved me too. It was just my rowdy days. Some of them didn't like me.
They were just oh man, he's gonna hurt somebody.
But do you guys remember the day when your mom's
No.
spanking didn't hurt you anymore?
I don't think so.
I was 7.
No, but
my mom
I've-
spanked me and I started laughing. And then she called my dad. I couldn't hold it in.
No, I can see it. He turns around
Oh my
and goes,
God.
you have no power here.
I was just chuckling and I was trying to hide it because I knew what it would mean. I knew that if she couldn't spank me, then she'd have to find new ways. So she usually was my
The
dad.
freedom. It's
But
funny,
she-
you're ha 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 ha.
No, but then she started hitting me
You
with
can't
hangers.
do that anymore.
But then she would swap me with coat hangers in my legs. I always wore shorts.
It just
Ooh.
evolves to level 2.
Or she would just wait for my dad to get home.
She gets a paddle.
My dad was really strong.
Level 3.
It was just once that happened, it was just oh man, now at the end of every day, I just have a really bad spanking waiting for me now. It was sad.
It happens. That's funny.
No,
how-
I don't remember when the spanking stopped hurting, but I do remember when the spankings stopped because I think I got into a point where I was significant enoughly, that's a thing, taller than my mom was, and I think that she was just afraid that I would hit her back. Which and that's just a complete assumption because I don't know why she would think that. I've never given her any reason to think that.
Yeah.
But I just think I just know it was different. It was there was never even the coming up to even hitting
It's
me. It was always just something else.
she
I was
swats you and then you don't even move and she just
I think she's
freezes.
She's like,
And then Shayne very slowly turns and looks at her wow.
'Cause I
how
am a
the
sociopath,
tables
so.
have
I guess it's just a point
turned.
where you start getting bigger and your parents realize that hitting you isn't the same.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
wait.
by that point,
Spanking
you've
you
made
isn't a
some
thing.
headway.
Oh, trust me. And also too, I had learned from the beatings. I didn't there was not one I liked. So I learned.
Oh yeah,
I became very good of a kid.
that's a very non-sociopathic thing to say.
Or at
Congratulations,
least, well,
Shayne.
you know what? Never mind. I feel like I'm exposing myself.
No, he learned to adjust his behavior just like a sociopath would.
He's like, I'm getting lots of negative feedback for these actions. I should change them.
Must assimilate into society.
Oh, these are what human people do. Hello, humans.
Hello, fellow human. See how I evoke these emotions.
What's that one thing? How do you do, fellow kid?
What's up, my fellow kid?
Just like that.
Oh man.
I shaved my beard yesterday.
No.
Yeah, and I'm actually mad about that. I'm mad
didn't
about
know.
that. I just saw the picture you posted, and because one of my coworkers
Where is it?
asked me if I was gonna shave my. It's on the group chat and Facebook. One of my coworkers asked me if I was gonna shave my beard. I don't know why they asked me that question, but
There's a gif of it.
I said, yeah, it was kind of funny, but I said I kind of wanted to, but I do this podcast with these guys, and I think we're all supposed to be growing our beards out. I think that's what one of the people said. Michael had said that.
My beard's getting pretty long.
I didn't know this was a team
and
effort.
Then so she was like, oh, so yeah, no, you can't cut it off. You know, you guys are all in this together, and you know
We're all in the
for
same boat except for
podcast.
John, who's
And I was
in
like,
the
yeah, I
in
know.
the
So I was
ocean?
I'm gonna grow the beard out, and she was like, yeah, well, it looks really nice. I'm like, thank you. And then John posts this crap. I'm like, wow.
What is this crap?
All right, hold 1 second. Okay.
We see where his loyalty
Hey,
resides.
hold up, John. Are we all in the same boat?
Are you committed to this? You can't even
No,
commit
I'm
to a beard.
sabotaging this boat. I'm
Yeah,
drilling
John,
holes.
you're in the ocean. This is all
Yeah,
ruined now.
you drilled a hole.
Yeah,
We're all
Your beard
sinking
was
the
the
boat.
last plug we had,
Let me
and now it's gone.
let me
Water's
first
rushing
say,
in through your face. Baby.
when I
face.
got done shaving my beard and I looked in the mirror for the first time, and I was like,
Oh no.
"Well, hello, my fellow child."
That's how it
I
is.
look like I'm in high school now.
You shave your face, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, John, it looks
have a chin.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't think I've shaved my entire beard since I started growing a beard, like for the first time.
I've shaved
Like
my beard
facial hair.
many times. I'll grow it out to about where it is now, and then I usually shave it.
I don't think I've ever done it once.
Okay,
I've shaved it. My beard. I think like the last time I shaved it was probably a year ago.
listen.
But it's like different lengths. What, John?
Everybody, shave your beard tonight. We'll
No.
all start growing
No.
together.
No, it's too
No.
late now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
I'm
committed
trying
to
to save the boat.
Your boat, you're out of the
John's
boat.
like,
No,
that's like John.
no,
that-
John,
no.
you
It's like
can't
John's
save
literally
the
like,
boat you
hey,
ruined."
everybody, how about this? Everyone get out of the boat.
and we'll all get back in together.
It's
So
like,
we can make a new
no,
boat.
man, you're floating away. Like we're staying here.
Let's make a new boat, guys.
Dude,
Come
I just
on.
have a new picture for a profile
Oh
picture.
yeah, no. It's like the Titanic where she's like on the raft, and then like except everybody's on the raft, and then John just jumps off, and he's like, "Hey guys, let's just go find another raft." And it's like, no, John, you go find another raft or build one, but we're all staying right here.
Dude, we should make our next profile picture. It's like a pinwheel of all of our faces, and our beards all meet in the middle and like form one beard. We can't
No.
now. That'd be a great idea, but now we can't do it.
No.
So now we won't.
I love that it is an idea, and you're like, that would be a great idea. It is an idea. Like, it's not like we have to make the idea.
It is an idea. It exists.
Luke's like, yeah, you thought of that. That's true.
That would be a
Moving
great
on.
idea. Dude, it's an
You're
idea.
right.
It exists
is
already.
an idea.
Yeah, I'm my beard's getting pretty long, actually. But I haven't vlogged in a while, so, like, no one's really seen it.
Yeah,
But I
Luke,
just figured-
where's the vlog?
I'm trying to make a
Luke,
movie,
Where's
man.
the movie, Luke?
trying to make a movie. So I'm not vlogging.
The fans are
Priorities.
waiting, Luke.
I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow my beard
We're
out
getting there.
to like 3 or 4 inches long. It's about like I started growing at the beginning of January. It was just scruff, and now it's over an inch long. So pretty cool.
Grow pretty fast.
Yeah, it's growing really fast.
Inch?
Yeah, I think
Ooh, that's pretty long.
it's like as wide as my like thumb.
Wait, like the finger? Like the... Wait, as wide as your thumb?
Well, it's as long as
Like-
my thumb is wide. My whole beard is as wide as my thumb. It's as long as my thumb
It's
is wide.
Just one
Like,
little
an inch.
speck of a beard. Just boop.
It's like a
It took
stripe
me
of
about
beard.
6 months to get to it.
Man.
2 inches? I think we're measuring wrong. Like, this is 2 inches. That's
It's like
not 2
measuring
inches.
a
2 inches?
Some people grow beards at different rates.
Oh, that's pretty... Actually, yeah. that
Luke,
is pretty
people
long.
got different hair, Luke.
I'm relatively not very hairy, but like my beard and my mustache grow really fast, and my head hair.
Do you guys?
I
Does
just
the
got
hair
chest
on
hair
your
like a year ago.
face go like a specific direction?
Mine goes like out.
Like down? Does it all go the same
Whatever
direction on
direction
both
the
sides?
follicle is facing, that's where the hair goes. So it's on my cheeks, it just goes to the right.
Obvious.
It goes to the left. No, like my hair like poofs out. But like it doesn't like swoosh to one side or the other though, because
I don't know how to answer this question.
Does your beard like swoosh? Do you mean like
is
your hair
your
does?
is your beard better on one side, Shane, or is it all the same?
My beard's better
I think
than
it's
on
all
left
the
side, for
same,
sure.
but
Mine's better on the
I
right
can't.
side.
My left side
currently
is
think
like
about
twice
it.
as manly as my right side, like in general.
I've never looked at it that way, so I'd have to look.
Even the left side of my mustache grows faster than the right side of my mustache.
Do you guys have a a good side?
Yes, I couldn't tell you which one it is, but yeah,
The left side
I just don't remember at the.
Really? Weirdo.
for my
The left side of my beard is better, so probably
Everything
my face
is better on my body on the right side.
My left side.
My right muscles are more toned, but my hair on my left side is better.
Left side.
I'm serious. Like my
Yeah, I'm serious too.
my right hand is more coordinated. It's stronger. The right
You're
side of my
right-handed.
face. Yeah, I know, but it's still the same. Like the right side of my face looks better. Like my eyebrow looks a little better on the right side.
Your left
I
side
know.
is a little droopy. I have seen that.
You know?
Gosh,
Every time I
just
see
like,
it from the
I'm-
left, I cringe.
A little deformed.
my left. I
It's
think
fine.
my left side is. That's all.
It's not like
remember.
I posed that
noticeably
way for a
that
picture.
different. It's just a little. I think one side's a little better than the other side.
No, one of my
I don't.
things down.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
no.
point out all of our like
Oh, yeah.
flaws.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, we
Oh,
all
well, because
have.
yeah, you got to be
yeah.
careful because then everyone will see it.
And they'll all know. They'll see you like, oh yeah, there's that eyebrow you were
I
talking
can't
about.
unsee this.
It looks awful. Dude, you guys notice that Post Malone's mustache looks like two little dogs kissing?
I saw that meme. Yeah,
Yeah,
does.
you sent that picture.
Like
It does.
it
Post.
totally does, and that makes him that much more endearing.
Do you like Post Malone a lot?
Not like I'm not a
Nope.
huge fan of him, but he definitely has good music, and he's pretty funny from what I've seen.
His videos get so many views. I don't really understand why they get that many views. Because
But
they get
we-
like
we-
100 million views.
We've talked
famous.
about the Post Malone
think it's
conspiracy theories on my podcast.
There's a Post
Conspiracy
Malone
theories.
conspiracy?
Yes, because like you said, I never understood how he got all those views and how he got like the biggest song in the country out of nowhere. I said, but who's Post Malone and who listens to his music?
You know how
I've
he got
never-
his name?
I've never heard of
Bots.
him.
He got his name from like a rap name generator online.
What
That's
a
funny.
white. Oh my God.
What a white thing to do.
It's just like, I have an idea, you guys. It's just use the. That's weird. I think he just used.
What the heck?
I think he just botted all the views. All of them.
I don't
They're
know.
all-
He's definitely
just
good.
fake.
He's got like an interesting style. Like he like
Yeah, but like
sings
the-
and plays
okay,
instruments.
when you
looks
have like a
uncleanly.
band and you see their music video and it's got 100 million views,
Mhm.
you're like, okay, this better be something that
That's-
100 million people are watching.
Yeah.
Right.
For example, like just take like that Logan Paul video. The reason it got so many views because
Oh.
everyone was talking about it, so everyone watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why is this random song that's like fine, like one of the most listened to songs in the world?
Which song was that?
Like Gangnam Style, like that was huge because everyone watched that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
'cause
a
it's like a
culture.
meme.
That was a moment. Culture.
Yeah,
Post
exactly.
Malone is a meme.
Wait,
Yeah.
so what song by Post Malone became famous?
I'm
Rockstar.
about to pull it
It
up.
was it was number one.
Really?
In the
Yeah, that song's not that
country
good.
for
But
about
but like I Fall
7
Apart is
weeks.
really good.
Oh, yeah, that's his newest.
Yeah, so
That's how I feel on the inside.
congratulations, that
Mhm.
that music video
Congratulations.
600 million views.
Mhm.
Well, also like if
That's
you're
insane.
when
That
you're
one
already
had a
famous,
big-
like you become
that-
more famous.
No,
It's like
that one
exponential.
had a big Apple Music like push.
But then this white what is this?
White Iverson.
Oh, White Iverson.
Iverson.
White
yeah, that one
Eversion?
has. I don't know what this word is. I've never seen this word in my whole life.
Allen
That's 500 million views.
That
on that
became
one too.
popular because he was referencing the player, and then they like met in real life, and he's always called himself that, and so it was like a big thing or whatever. And his fans were like, "Oh my gosh!" And so they watched it and listened to it.
So what's the conspiracy? Do you think that like the Illuminati is making him famous so we can take over the world?
No, I just
Yep.
think it's not a conspiracy theory. His team is just good at what they do. But I call it a conspiracy theory because to me it just came out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what? How do you have why are all these things so popular?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
out
Like
of
he just
nowhere?
kind of showed up.
Yeah,
I didn't know
why are
where
you
he
so
came from.
popular? That's my thing. I was like, no one gets that popular that fast.
You know, I just realized we're talking about music, and we can put this on SoundCloud, and now I can take advantage of music on SoundCloud.
Aha! Let's call it. Is
ah.
Post Malone real?
No.
Why-
Yeah,
or
Post
no,
Malone's only 22 years
the most
old.
clickbaity
What?
title.
or something like, why is Post Malone famous? Boom! Lots of people will search that. Like me. I would search that.
There we go. But like,
He's
are
only
your
22,
friends
John?
I
making you
wouldn't
less
search that.
attractive, and why Post
20
Malone is famous?
Dose.
20 dos.
Logan
Dose.
Paul is also 22.
We're failures, guys.
Isn't that kind of funny that like
Which I just
Logan
wait.
Paul just got nuked?
Can I make a comment? Can I please make a comment? So
Yeah. No.
that Logan Paul vlog, the latest, I don't know if it's the latest one now, but the one he put out like after all his controversy where he got knowledgeable about suicide awareness. That video was so cringy, but
Yeah.
and I just want to I'm glad that he took the time to go get educated. I just wish he just got himself educated. I didn't need the whole video and the views and the whatever the word is, monetization.
Monologues.
No, just
Monetization.
getting money
monetization.
for getting
Well,
money.
was it monetized? It might not have been monetized.
I don't know, but
There's ways you can find out.
I'm
But I
pretty
know that
sure
like
it is.
the issue that I had with it. Well, here's the thing. I don't know what he can do, and I'm not. Like I don't know.
Just needs to
The
change
problem. The
his
problem with
brand.
YouTube is it's like, if I do something nice, it's almost like, okay, if I give to charity, and I don't tell anyone about it, I'm being humble because I'm not bragging. But if I don't tell anybody about it, then
No one's
nobody
gonna
ever
know.
sees anybody ever giving to charity ever, and they don't go,
Yeah.
oh, I need to do that. So what do you do? I don't know.
Die.
I
And
think
so, like, for
if I
him-
was him, I would have just made a post, like a blog post or whatever, probably be longer than a tweet, saying how I've got educated. I know this, and this. I have this information to go forward in supporting these organizations. Blah 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 blah. I'm donating this money. He can still say I'm donating this money. Yeah, okay. Let us know what you're doing, but we didn't need a whole 10-minute vlog that someone took the time to edit very nicely. By the way, very nicely edited that video. That's on my. It was like, okay. I just didn't. It wasn't that genuine to me because of the.
Well, the problem is it's like
Okay.
a lot of us are smelling it as like this is a PR move.
It is.
And I don't know how you do anything that doesn't seem like a PR move.
But
I'm giving $1 million to charity. Yeah, it seems like a PR
It is a
move.
If you
PR
have
move.
PR people,
Even though
nothing sounds
everything's a
sincere
PR.
anymore.
Everything's a PR move, but you can just
I
do
know.
it in the right way. Where
I don't know. I actually don't know that there is a right way to do this.
Yeah, I don't think he can win at this point.
No, he can't. But I wouldn't have made a video.
Well, he's got to make
Well,
another video at some
Yeah,
point.
like
No, I
It makes
wouldn't
sense
have
he
made a
wants to-
video about the same thing, or at least not that. I wouldn't have made that my comeback.
I have no
video.
idea what I would do if I was him.
I mean, like if people think that you're a jerk,
I don't
you
know.
want to show that you're working on it. The only way to tell people you're working on it is being like, "Hey, I'm working on it. Here's how."
I almost feel like
Yes, but the video.
the
but,
problem. It was.
but the
Did you see his
didn't
video?
seem-
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, did you? Because it just
It's
didn't
very.
seem
It was very like
genuine.
glamorized in a way.
Yeah,
and I
that's
feel
what I'm saying,
like
it just didn't seem genuine.
It looked like
he
the trailer to a
he should've-
documentary.
Well, I think.
Yes,
It shouldn't be like
exactly.
this. Like, well, guess what, guys? I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna make a TV show about my adventures discovering this. And it was kind of like, wait, this is kind of a weird angle. And I feel like if
It
I
is, like,
was him,
way too much.
I would have done the apology, and then
And it was
I would have
heavily
gone away,
scripted.
and then I would have come back with just another video that's just me saying, "Hey guys, really trying to figure things out. I realize that this is the biggest mistake I've ever made, and I'm trying to figure out ways to make it right." And then I would just leave it at that.
Yeah, he could.
And then I'd go away for a while, But I don't. I
video.
feel like this kind of, how can I turn this into me being a hero type thing, is what's
Yes,
leaving a bad taste in
but-
everyone's mouth.
Yeah, and the thing too that he just got a lot of heat for, which kind of annoyed me too. So I sent it in the group chat, but so Cardi B had posted a picture from the Grammys that said they're trying to crucify me like they did Christ.
Oh yeah.
And Logan Paul comments on it, ha ha ha, yeah, you're telling me, in referencing that people are trying to crucify him and whatnot. I'm like, no, you're not. What you did was terrible. People are not crucifying you because, you're this huge person or whatever. You did something wrong. That's why people are crucifying you. So then a lot of people attacked him for his continuing ignorance.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like, he did something stupid, and we all raked him over the coals for it. So when do we stop? And people aren't stopping. And
when I stop hating him, I will stop. All right.
My thing is though, why would you comment? Why would you comment that?
I think he was just trying to be funny.
But
and
it's not funny.
I think it's a little funny.
That's the whole but it's not.
It's just like, oh, you're telling me. Because he's like kind of acknowledging like, yeah, I got murdered. I don't know. I don't think that's horrible.
No. And it's just like, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Like, people are gonna, but I think it's true. You probably know people are gonna say something.
I don't know.
Why you do it.
That's not. I'm not gonna. I don't think that was too bad.
Get off the internet.
So long as it's not him saying like, I am wrongfully crucified in a way. I don't know. He did get beat to pieces though. Like he's beat up. It's funny because he literally had made a video a couple days before that one, talking about how amazing his life was and all the amazing things he got to do and how he's just getting warmed up, and then he just blew his career out of the water.
But see, I'm so confused because I don't really understand why he's that upset. But I don't feel as he lost that much.
He lost his channel got prorated
subscribers.
Advertisements pulled out of it, so like he's making so much less money now off of every video because he's not getting the preferred YouTube. I forget what
now
it's
he only
called.
gets $1 million a day.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm saying. What are you?
His reputation though, man, and the world's social media and stuff. Reputation is really important.
Yeah, his reputation is pretty shot right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
On YouTube
a
and
lot
off of
people
YouTube
watch
and
last
Hollywood
videos. I don't really feel like much has really. I feel it's gonna be the same with.
It hurt him pretty bad, dude.
I do.
Like,
but what I'm saying is, I feel
pretty much nuked a lot of his career.
I mean, I don't.
I think he might still be popular with a lot of people,
but I don't.
But his success was hit hard with this. Like he's still gonna have a lot of followers, a lot of people who support him, but it I don't know. It's like a big company stock dropping dramatically. It's not like it fell off and just went away, but he got hit really hard with this. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where it's gonna go. Shayne, you had a topic that you wanted to bring up. I think we're running out of time. Did you want to bring it up real quick, or did you want to try and save it?
Well, we can save it. It was gonna turn more into like a question type of thing, but I mean,
okay.
Want to wrap
up?
Let's
save it then. If you don't mind it, like later. I just realized we didn't ever get to it, and I know everyone's kind of got to leave pretty quickly after this episode's over, so I don't want to push our luck and rush the topic.
Very good.
So, if it's all the same to you. Okay, well let's wrap up this podcast then. Michael, do you have any plugs?
I do. So that album that I was playing guitar on a few months ago called Keycentric is out. It's on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify. I don't remember how much it is, but it's pretty sweet. Like the dude is really good. We're doing like a album release show on the 9th. It's already like sold out, so we're gonna do another show.
Whoa!
So that's pretty cool. I just released a song yesterday called I Know. I wrote it a couple months ago, and like I was at work, and I was like, I just need to go record it. So as soon as I got home, I just recorded it and released it. So it's on SoundCloud. My name on SoundCloud is the same as on Instagram, Michael Demas, MYKOL, and then there's a space, DIMAS. And I'm working on my YouTube channel. So like, yeah, my first video is halfway done. I need to record some more stuff, but basically I'm like recording myself while I'm writing and like recording songs. So I wrote this song a while ago, and I recorded myself doing a lot of it, and I'm gonna go back and like explain some stuff that I did, maybe add more to the song, and just like, I don't know, kind of show the process of coming up with the song. I'm not like a super pro or anything, but I think it'd be interesting for people to see the process a musician goes through, and it'll help people who are trying to become a musician.
It'll help.
So yeah.
It'll help you appreciate me in editing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Editing takes a while.
Send me any links that you want me to put in the description. By the way,
we'll do.
Just as you want them to be seen, because I'm gonna just copy and paste whatever you send me. Okay.
Sounds good.
John, do you have anything?
That's a negative, rubber ducky.
Don't call me that ever. Shayne?
Yep, check out the Pop Talk podcast on SoundCloud, the podcast that I host, talking about music and all those fun things. The next episode we have coming out, we talked about the Grammy Awards, which just happened this past weekend, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty lengthy episode because I know, just speaking for myself, I had a lot to say because screw the Grammys, but so check that out. I feel it's a great conversation. I haven't listened back to it yet, but I know in the moment, great conversation. So check that out. Follow me on my Twitter at Mr. McCatty, MrMCCATTY. And yeah, Pop Talk Podcast on SoundCloud.
Very cool. All right. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Roxwold. You can check out my vlog channel, Luke Roxwold Vlogs. And my movie is done filmed. We were done filming it. So my actor got his hair cut and died, so it's done. Can't film anything more. So I got to work with what I got now. And we're going to be doing some more sound recording and maybe some dialogue replacement. I have a lot of sound editing that I have to do in this movie, but it's all filmed. And now it's kind of on me to just make it work. But I did show it to the actors, and this is the first time where they were like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. Like, we like this. This is looking really good. So that's what I told them I wanted to hear them say. So that's good. We're making progress. I basically said, guys, I want you guys to like this movie. I want this to be a movie that you are excited to show other people. If it isn't, then I will be disappointed because I want you guys to be glad you worked on this movie project with me. So we're getting in that direction. So that will be coming out soon. Not exactly sure when. And we're actually going to try and post it in a couple film festivals too. That's the plan. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, anyway, thanks everybody for being on the podcast. Thanks everybody for listening. If you really want to be cool, you could listen to a couple other episodes or share this episode or tweet us or do something else.
Do all those things. All the above.
Yes. So thanks everybody.
Woo.
Yay, outro music.
Outro music.
You listen to this podcast.
Yeah, tell your
what's going on? We're trying to end.
Tell your attractive friends to talk to us, and by us I mean me. All right, outro music.
Outro music.
Outro music.
Sociopath.